Alright,
All right.
we're good. Can you just give me a clap? Thank you for agreeing for the interview. Thank you for showing up all your Esther.
Of course.
Can you tell me a bit about your, your foray into artistic practice? What got you interested in doing art or coming to art school?
I think the start of me getting into art was getting into sewing. So in grade 7, my grandma, I think, taught me to sew, and I took a class in middle school. I used to hate art, and in grade 8, I think, I begged my mom to get out of an art class, and I changed to a food class, which was a mistake, because that year I started to actually draw on my own, and then after that I started getting into more drawing, but still more focused on sewing clothes. Yeah, and then it was just getting into costuming in high school through my school's theater department, because I thought that would be a good way to sew more, and it was, and it was also good to see theater productions and stuff, and so now that's kind of what I'm focusing on.
Oh, okay. So that's, I see that. Now things are clicking. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you said you started to draw more, come in grade 8, you said, I think it was.
Yeah.
What was what were you drawing? What was your interest at that time? Comics, Batman, Superman.
Back in grade 8, it was more cartoons that I was watching, like Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Drawing kind of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I think almost every, well, not everybody, I think most artists have this kind of period of their development where they just a drawing stuff. Just pick up a pen and just try to emulate this thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of cartoons or animated too. You're I could draw that.
That's cool. So you put this work up for the body and stuff. Great work, by the way.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a bit about it? When did you make it? What were you thinking about when you made it? Kind of thing?
So it was made last April for the weaving class, because I wanted to get into tapestry weaving. Yeah, because I like the form of weaving. It's very new to me still, even though I've done it for a couple of years. But I got really interested in the unicorn tapestries from, I think they're French.
French.
Maybe.
You're talking to somebody who doesn't know anything about weaving, so this is all very interesting.
Yeah. So unicorn tapestries are very, I think they're in the Met Gala. They're these huge 12 feet by 12 feet tapestries of the unicorn hunt.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that,
Yeah, so I first tried to emulate a little part of that, and that took ages. So for that one, the Bongo Tapestry I did last year, because I have an interest in antelopes, the whole genre of Bovidae, the classification of antelopes. And I didn't want to use any bought yarn, so I just wanted to use what I had around. And the colors that I just kind of had worked really well for bongo, which is a type of antelope. And so I just wanted to make a fun little illustration that would have been nice to weave, I think. Yeah.
How long did it take you to weave it?
It took me about a month, but that was a month of very consistently working at it. I think I had the hours, maybe about 50 hours, 20 to 50, I want to say.
A good amount of work.
Yeah.
Well, why antelope?
Yeah.
Yeah, why antelope?
A couple of years ago, I think first year of art school, I was just looking up fun animals, because I really like horns on animals for some reason. And I was just kind of looking at some photos, and I've just found the Wikipedia for Bovidae, and it just really interested me, the different horns that each of them have, and how that, the different horns that each species has, and they also have like different markings and different like ears and just kind of the classifications of each of those. I've just found really fascinating.
That's interesting. And so like when you're thinking, because I've seen walking past your desk, like you have like this thing of bison, some kind of buffalo and a cow, I think it is.
Yeah.
And it always interests me seeing it. It's just like, what are you thinking with this? Like, are you trying to find a way to put these together, kind of thing?
I just find their distinctions very interesting because unless you really know what you're looking at, it's hard to know that they're different because they're all made up of like, they all look relatively the same at like a first glance, but then like it's the tiny little differences that each of them have. On my desk is, it's a bison and a buffalo and a cow, which their main difference is like the way that their skulls, like how wide they are and like how big their back hunch is to like support their head and their horns.
Sorry about that. No, I think that's interesting. I wouldn't know the difference between one antelope and another, so kudos for you for knowing that and then also being interested, and I think it's quite interesting. What is some of the work that you've been doing right now? Because like I've had a couple classes with you this semester, last semester, and like I haven't seen any antelope. I think like there in your work, so it's I don't think it's a deviation, but I'm just interested in.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot this year, just because it didn't fit what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because now I'm a bit more focused on costumes. So right now I'm doing a bunch of costumes from the Iliad. And so if I could fit in on antelopes, I would, but there's not really a reason to. It doesn't really fit there.
The antelope riding into battle.
I don't think they had many antelopes. Maybe cows would be the closest, which I have used like cow bones and some of my other stuff.
That's cool. Well, why the Iliad?
I think separately from antelopes, I'm interested in a lot of things. So I'm also very interested in like Greek mythology. You read like Percy Jackson and something as a kid, and it just kind of follows through.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I've just been wanting to read like the actual classic myth that they've like the stories come from. And last year I made my giant weaving of Achilles and Patroclus, which is from the Iliad, but I made that before reading it, so I figured I should probably read the thing it comes from first. Yeah.
And so in terms of I guess the canon of Greek classical literature, it's like, so you've read the Iliad, I presume. Like, have you read any Odyssey and those other ones as well?
I haven't yet. I don't own the Odyssey, I don't think. No. I'm planning to after, because that's the one that kind of almost follows after the Battle of Troy. I'm looking into reading Ovid's Metamorphoses as well, which has a bunch of kind of miniature myths. And then Ulysses, which is a more recent one actually, but it's based off of Ulysses from the Iliad, the character.
That's really interesting. And like I know like for like one of the classes you're doing like making costume. You're trying to emulate the style or something of the characters through costuming.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Thank you.
When are you graduating?
Pardon?
When are you graduating?
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to do when you do it?
Hopefully continuing into costuming, either for film or for theater.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of what I've been planning since high school.
Alright. In Calgary?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's good to see me, it's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks,
Well, I'm originally from like Edmonton area as well, but I was born in Calgary and then moved up to Edmonton, and now we're back in Calgary. I like it here. It's fun.
That's good, yeah. That's cool. Okay. Do you have any, as a person leaving this place, do you have any advice for somebody maybe who's coming into the school, or maybe if you go ahead now, what's in terms of that you've learned over these 4, 5, or many years?
Oh goodness. I don't know. I usually go off of, I try and make things for myself, no matter kind of what teachers will say about it. It's nice to have like feedback and stuff, but at the end of the day, a lot of my work is stuff that I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's important for going about work.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you, Jay, for the interview, and thank you again for showing up for us.
Well, thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
And close that. That's it. Maybe I should hit save before I say that.